people that kind of addicted to shoes, even in their own home, they walk around in shoes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're never kind of, socks even, like socks really compress your feet too. Like tight socks, it doesn't let the foot express.
Yeah, socks are almost, I think people can get thinking that they're barefoot when they've got their shoes off, but they're not. If stuff's still constricting it, it's not really barefoot.
Lacking the feeling. We've only worn barefoot shoes the last 15 years, and like as soon as I get my barefoot shoes, I rip the inner sole out, and I never wear socks in them either. G'day guys, it's Ninja here, and this is Aaron's foot. The reason I'm doing this video because I was trying to find a plantar fascia video the other day for a customer who was sitting in waiting room, and I bloody couldn't find one, so it just meant I haven't done one for a long time. I think the last time I did it, I was on Jason. It must have been, couldn't find it anyway. So going to show you what it would look like to have your foot treated if you've got plantar fascia problems. So first off, I'm going to warm it up a bit. So your plantar fascia actually attaches up under there. There's a bit of a hook thing like that. So it can, all these different muscles, there's different layers of muscle. It's probably, is there 4 or 5 layers, I think, Aaron?
Yeah, maybe even more if you count the tendons coming in from the lower leg that attach.
Yeah, everyone just, there is a layer of this fascia there on the top, but the plantar fascia, but there's many layers of muscle under there as well, in between the toes as well. So it's like crazy. And
interossi.
The other thing to think about too is the calf as well, and the shins. There's a lot of muscles that originate up in the calf and the shins, and they insert into the foot as well. So that's another thing to consider when you have got foot pain, is it coming from upstream. So and I suppose at MMT, the feet are one of our key parts of the body that we like to treat and we like to have healthy because of the shoes. Shoes, disengage you from your body.
Like a barrier,
disconnect you from your body. So you kind of don't have that same kind of awareness about how you are in space. What's the word for that? Proprioception. So you kind of, it's always muffled because there's rubber, there's plastic, there's whatever shoes are made out of these days. They're not conductive, but they're kind of these hard soles that don't allow for that movement and the proper landing and feel, but also the spreading out of your toes. So the toe box is generally really narrow, and the pointed shoes as well really jams up your toes so you can't express your feet. So it is a big issue. So the grounding is one thing, but the foot function and the foot squeezing is another. So foot coffins, I think, is a word that people who are into bare feet call shoes. So we don't want to have coffins on our feet. And then a lot of things, we talked about things coming downstream, but things can go upstream as well. So you think about a foundation of a house, if that is out, there's cracks appearing in the wall. You can kind of patch that crack up in the wall, and that crack will keep on widening because the foundation isn't addressed. So so it's a really important part of the body, and just got so many nerve endings. I know, like the big toe, it's the complexity of the nerve endings to the big toe is a really, it's one of the, what do we got? The jaw, the thumb, and the big toe so it's number 3. So why does it have so many nerve endings and complexities down there? It's because we need information for survival and for movement and different things like that. So if you're kind of blocking that nerve, the ability for your toe to kind of know what's going on with the rest of your body, it's sort of your survival and your function in your body is not as optimal as what it could be. I don't know if I spat that out a whirl, but hopefully you understand. I'm just going to get into the plantar fascia itself a bit more now. So with the thumb, so hooking up under there. So there's a hook type bone under there. I kind of fascinated whenever I look at the skeleton. So one of the things I encourage practitioners out there to do is bloody buy a skeleton, because it gives you so much insight into what's going on with the human body. Just the way, where the bones are, where the rough bits are, where the hooks are, and different things like that. It's sort of how deep the muscles run and lie and things. It's bloody cool. How's that feel for you, man?
It's good, man. There? It's really good.
Yeah.
The knuckle one was awesome. It had this really specific spot when that middle knuckle rubbed over something underneath the heel there.
Yeah.
Stuff that no one's doing that, you know, just that real bony warm-up feels epic.
Yeah. So just doing a general foot treatment on him. So this would be probably more a maintenance kind of session. Whereas, we do really like to tailor our treatments for our customers. So, when they have specific spots, we like to really explore those spots and what kind of, where the muscles are coming from as well. If it might be coming from the calf and it inserts into here, say, we explore that whole line. So it's important. So just pushing through there. I might stand up and just work through that plantar fascia a bit more. Little stroke like that. Getting some light on it for you, Leo. So I can kind of work down along that lateral line a bit. Something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Good?
Definitely.
And this is Aaron's good foot. Believe it or not, you got a nice wound here, mate. That's that
one on the inside of my big toe.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, that was from when Jason and I were playing pickleball on concrete in Venice Beach.
Oh, really?
I did it barefoot, and then I ended up with this big old, I think it's a blood blister.
Yeah, blood blister, yeah.
So I got a few slits running sideways through there too, don't
I? This one always comes up with when you're sprinting, so you got a good crack there.
Yeah. And then my bad foot, it's more of just
cracks and
dry shedding and
yeah. So you're just going to go through. This is more the traditional spot, I'd say, just in here where people have a lot of pain. So I'm just going to slowly gouge through here. See what comes up. Yeah, it's in there. I can really feel something.
It's all good. Really good.
Yeah. It can be so painful getting your feet done too, like this kind of. But yeah, like when you have finished, like the relief you get is so distinct. You know, the comparison between pre-treatment and post-treatment, you kind of just feel like you're walking on a pocket of air. The space you create with Bodywork is incredible. It allows the foot to spread and to go back to its intended way. So some people that have got bunions and different things like that, it takes numerous sessions, but you can kind of sense that you're on the right path, right trajectory. So you've got to override that patterning and that the way that it's formed because of your shoes and of course the way you walked and all that kind of stuff. So there is a solution out there. Things can be made better, always be made better. So you got to know that. And
you don't even need pain to come and feel better too. Like getting this work makes you realise how much more optimal your body can feel too. So feet are massive in that, because a lot of people don't get them treated and they wear shoes all their life. And even people that are athletic and fit, they get this work done and think, oh my gosh, like if your foundation's better, you'd imagine everything north of that will feel pretty good too.
Yep. But people are kind of addicted to shoes, even in their own home, they walk around in shoes. You know what I mean? They're never kind of, socks even, like socks really compress your feet too. Like tight socks, it doesn't let the foot express.
Yeah, socks are almost, I think people can get thinking that they're barefoot when they've got their shoes off, but they're not. If stuff's still constricting it, it's not really barefoot.
Lacking the feeling. And we've only worn barefoot shoes the last 15 years, and like as soon as I get my barefoot shoes, I rip the inner sole out, and I never wear socks in them either. So you just got so much more feel, when you're kind of just on that, without that layer of foam. Yeah, it's sort of, so that's my first thing. Rip that out. Go to work. Yeah, anyway, I reckon I'm pretty content with this little section here. So you have got plantar fasciitis. This is the kind of work that you should be seeking out. So if you want to learn how to do this, because I didn't give the secrets away, look into our course. We do workshop, 5-day workshops. You can do it online if you don't live in Melbourne. We're travelling around the world now a bit, aren't we?
We're on the road.
We went to the Gold Coast just last week. Did our 5-day workshop. So you can come over and see us as well for those workshops. But you can do it online if that's your preference. So
awesome. Feels bloody ripper.
Yeah.
Thanks,
good.
Ninj.
Thank you. Done.